All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Friday, February 2nd. It should be the hardest of the week, but so far, actually, we've seen, I think Monday and Tuesday were the hardest. Anyway, this is set by Imogen. Regularly, man bursts on to peak program. Well, I'm wondering if peak program could be something to do with mountain climbing, something on the Alps of the Alps, but regularly suggests we take regular letters from man bursts onto peak. Hardly starts MNU, so then it would be ABRTO. That doesn't sound very likely either. So maybe it's just a television program. Oh, well, Top of the Pops. Oh my God, I loved Top of the Pops, probably from when I was 10 or 11, Thursday night, 7 o'clock. Couldn't miss it. But I can't see. Let me put it in. And at the very least, we'll see if the crossing letters corroborate it. I mean, top certainly onto peak. Onto peak. I don't get the wordplay other than peak being top. All right, how about bird falls on rodent with energy to test strength? Well, I know what bird I'm thinking of beginning with T. Rodent, I think short one is rat, with energy would suggest something that ends RATE. And I think the bird is a tit, and so titrate. I know that's something from chemistry, so I presume it's testing the strength of a solution. Not exactly sure what it means. I mean, immediately you're thinking it's going to be testing a person's strength, but that's certainly looking good for Top of the Pops. Why Italian Duke sat up? I'm wondering if why is the definition. How, what's a synonym for why? Purpose could be, but then Italian usually is I, and Duke and sat up suggests maybe something going backwards. I'll move on. From hole, stared out, seeing skylight. As I presume skylight is the definition, and I'm wondering if it's a punning definition. It could be a light seen in the sky. I'm thinking some kind of star. What? Obviously not the North Star. Oh, so maybe it's not Top of the Pops. I like North Star, although I'm not sure. It's not a hidden clue, as best I can tell. Well, it would have to start with the F from, so no, that's ruled out. I'll come back to that. Creature smaller than whippoorwill. Yes and no. I wonder if it's yes and no, maybe in two different languages, or a word for yes followed by an N for no. I can think of heron as another bird, but Um, Obviously, hero doesn't fit, creature smaller than whippoorwill. R doesn't fit, yes. I wonder if whippoorwill, we're supposed to break that apart, and will, and so therefore won't. Nope. And again, maybe top of the pops is not right. Expect platter, but no coffee. It's on order. Oh, I can see in the middle of platter we have latte. So that would give PR. And then maybe it's on. Oh no, I expect, of course, we have to. Well, maybe it's, yeah, oh, maybe it's expect is the definition. Uh, and it's on an order is an edict. And so predict is to expect. Okay, well, we have another confirmation. Always wrapped at first in a cloak of obscurity, not a feature of our website. Oh, I think they may be referring to the Guardian's website, which thankfully to this point does not have a paywall. I mean, we do get the little nagging reminders to contribute to them. Always wrapped at first. So yeah, so going back to the Guardian, I'm thinking they don't have a paywall, and I do see always minus the S, and it's wrapped or anagrammed in a cloak of obscurity. No, it may be some other kind of pay something. Let's try this 9 across. Drunk on power, that is, like some potatoes. If the Y is right, potatoes have eyes, and so I wonder if it could be on E, one-eyed. Oh, you know, if, I mean, I think the question mark is because that's a ridiculous way to describe a potato as one-eyed. But let's see, drunk suggests that we anagram on power, and that is, of course, could be IE. No, I'm not sure I like that. I'll leave it in for now, but I have a feeling I'm going to be clearing out some of these words. All right, let's try Roman fighter gives Daisy one kiss. I'll immediately think gladiator, but one kiss makes me think IX. Ah, yes, and a daisy is an aster. Is that the family that it belongs to, or vice versa? And then IX for one kiss, and Asterix was someone who fought Romans. Loved the Asterix books when I was young. I didn't have, or hadn't read that many of them, maybe 5 or 6, but I really enjoyed them. Ooh, so now 3 down. From hole stared out, seeing skylight. Oh, is there something called a fixed star? One that doesn't move in the night sky, I presume because it's very far away. I would put a D here. Oh, so these two obviously go together. Are we going to have any other potato drunk? Drunk a little soup like some potatoes. Um, starchy comes to mind. But, well, maybe all potatoes are starchy. And drunk, again, you think it's going to be an anagram. A, little, and soup. No, gonna have to come back to that. Oh, so I did think purpose. Why purpose? Italian juke. Setup. No. Do some editing, taking Imogen in last. So I'm glad I checked who the setter was, is Imogen. So it's either going to be an I inside it or me. Do some editing, taking Imogen, and I presume it's going to mean last, which is a shoemaker's tool, but I think probably here it's in the sense of a verb to last, to endure. No, I can't think of that. Let's try this 7 down, would be very helpful. Tolerant principle in assize, a lifer released. Well, those are very odd words. And I think we're going to have an anagram of assize, a lifer, which is 12 letters. Released must be the anagram indicator. I don't think I've seen that word before, and I think I would quibble about that. It'll be interesting after we solve it to look at 15 squared and see if anyone else questions that. But I'm seeing laissez-faire, which of course is the principle of toleration. So that is useful. Now, drunk a little soup, like some potatoes. Could be S-P-A. I wonder if it could end in O-U-S, like some potatoes, but oh, and I thought that might be a D. So what could that be? Is there a breed of potato? Oh, my mind is blanking. Russet, something Yukon Gold in the US. I don't know what. I've forgotten the British and Irish varieties. Drunk a little soup. So if it was a D, where would the D come from in the wordplay? No, I'm not getting that. Let's get rid of this one. So this does look like it's at least, I'm fairly sure, the first two E's. So could the, and now, yeah, I don't think it's going to be an I. So I'm thinking it's some editing. Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah, so actually I think it's amend, so therefore purpose is wrong. And so it's the other way around. Do some editing is emend, and it takes me in end. So now, why Italian juke set up, or maybe it's some clever double definition. Perused. No, not seeing it. In part of Japan, old family, on holiday, short of yen. Wow. It could be part of Japan is the definition. Oh, yes, because then I was starting to think how the wordplay would work. Old, kin. Um, so it's on holiday is away, but it's short of the letter Y, which stands for yen. Ah, that's clever. Okinawa. Now, our creature smaller than a whippoorwill. Yes and no. There is a hoopoo, but I think it ends in E. What else could fit there? I mean, could it end in literally no? Something for yes? Creature smaller than a whippoorwill. He sounds too blue to fly. My goodness, I should know this. Let me check if there's an alternate spelling of hoopoo. No, I'm beginning to think that Top of the Pops is wrong. Well, I mean, I was beginning to think it, but now I'm really thinking it. All right, let's try this long one. Manifest reluctance as fiery type set out to claim payment. I presume to claim payment is the definition. Manifest, what would that be if that is part of the wordplay then? Draw something, or maybe manifest reluctance to claim payment. Will that have something to do with IO? No, I don't think so in these short words. All right, let's go back. Sorry, I should have looked at the across clues where we have the starting letter. Some honors that won't give you the pip. 4, 5. I presume it's got to be a plural because I was thinking of something apple or maybe even something metal. But I think it has to be plural. Won't give you the pip. Nope. Nearly a color match. So I'm thinking it's a 6-letter word for color. You drop the last letter and you get something. A word means match, which of course could be a football match, a match you light something with, or just something that is the same as something else. Let me pause and think about some 6-letter colors. No, it's not coming to me. Let's try one way to maintain vigor in the country. One way could be IST, one street, or IRD, but that doesn't seem as well. Okay, but maybe because it maintains, maybe surrounds vigor, and I think it's going to be a country, maybe beginning with I. Oh boy, what countries start with I? Let me pause and think about that. Well, yes, I am blushing here. How did I not immediately think of Ireland? So it is RD for away, a road, and it is maintaining. Now, I suppose elan is not the immediate word you think of for vigor. I always think elan as being more style than vim or vigor. But anyway, that at last got another one. In Paradise Lost say, pressure on pear, oddly missing a piece of fruit. Wow, there is a lot in this, and a lot of words that we know for wordplay, like in suggests a hidden clue, say suggests a homophone, pair oddly suggests we take the odd letters for something, and then missing, we remove something, missing a. Uh, that is very, very tricky. I'm wondering about it. Paradise could be Eden, but a piece of fruit? Not getting that. All right, how about 22 down? Oh, we need to have solved 8, and we have. 8 was asterisks. The most intense part of section 8. Oh, maybe it's got nothing to do with clue 8. The most intense. So I think it's going to be, well, I'm thinking an EST word, but that doesn't give us many more letters to play around with. No, I'm not seeing any of the vowels after the D before EST. All right, after training, I belong in base. Of course, base can have a lot of different meanings. Training can be PE, physical education, or PT, physical training. I belong in base. Nope. Moans with blemish. So that's a 5-letter word with a 7, turning into utter mess. Trying to look for a good ending that could have. Oh, I do think it might be an INESS word. So let's try moans blemish. And it means utter mess. No, but I am seeing we have shambles. So is there some shamble, and then what's left over? Oh, let's just try that much. Shambles plus MINO. Omnishambles? I have a feeling I did used to hear that used jocularly back in the day. If that's right, oh, I feel sorry for any non-British person or Irish trying this. I don't think you would ever. I'm not sure if you would find this in a dictionary. Of course, I don't know why I'm saying all this because it may turn out to be wrong. I think it's a bit too early to start checking my answers. Man didn't quite swallow one piece of bread. So I'm thinking it might be type of bread, like a panini. Yeah, not sure. So now the most intense part of section 8. I'm just writing out in my mind 8 to see if that could help, but I'm not seeing anything. Element 1, strengthening teeth. Of course, we think of enamel. Oddly easy to replace lack. Likewise. Wow. Again, there's an awful lot in that. All right, how about gunners, which of course is the nickname for Arsenal, picking themselves up on the way back. Well, let's put in Arsenal since it fits. On the ways back. So the way is just like we saw road, can also be a lane. So we have lanes. And then I think the Royal Artillery are also gunners. So that is clever. Now we're nearly a color match. Oh, I should get that now with the A, but it's not coming to me. All right. Oh, we haven't looked at this one. Exeunt, trousers, perhaps not wanted. Well, exeunt, I think, is what was written in certainly Shakespeare's plays for characters who exit. Exit bear, exeunt. But, and then trousers, I think, can indicate that you put one word around another. Trousers, perhaps not. And does the whole thing mean wanted, or does it mean not wanted? Of course, it could also be exeunt. Something. Oh, yes, it might be something for leaving a stage, like go off. And trousers, perhaps not wanted. Something off, not pants off. Trousers, perhaps. So maybe just some other, any kind of clothing. And it means exits. No, not getting it. All right, let's see if we can confirm that O. After clearing out rubbish, order transport in regular form. Wow. I am wondering if rubbish is often rot, and so we have to remove rot from transport. But that still gives us 6 letters in regular form. And we need an O for if it is an anagram. Could it be taking regular letters? No. Well, at least Fridays is living up to its reputation of being tricky. I'll go through I'll make sure I've checked all the clues, and then I'll start checking what I have, the ones I'm not sure about. Closed in a twinkling, a drawer for small fruit. And of course, a drawer could be an artist. I was also wondering for small scintilla fits, but not small fruit. I'm thinking fruit or small fruit is the definition, not cantaloupe. No. We've looked at the honors, we've looked at that, definitely looked at those ones. We've looked at the bread. No, it's still not coming to me. All right, element. Oh, we looked at that. One strengthening teeth. Likewise. No. Taking pains to enjoy oneself at great speed, covering in this way first of several miles. Wow, there's an awful lot in that one too. Yeah, when it goes to 4 lines of text, which actually 17 does as well, taking pains. So I think taking pains might be the definition, because first of several miles suggests we're going to have a few M's in the answer, and one of them might be covered at great speed. Oh, and of course, also could just be first of several. Oh, yes, so first of several is S, so could it be an ism word? Taking pains to enjoy oneself at great speed. I wonder if there could be an MPH in the middle of it. Triumphism, but taking pains, I think, has to be. I'm not sure what it would be, but I do like the ISM. Oh, let's see. If that F is right, is that going to help us with manifest? Set out to claim payment. Draw your. Oh, drag your feet could be to manifest reluctance. And I think ever since I first started learning doing crosswords, I learned you have to, when you think it's going to be your, to wait a moment, because it could be one's. And I think one's is generally more likely. Is that more likely to end in Y or O? I'm not sure, actually. But let's see if the word play can help. Manifest reluctance. Fiery type. I was thinking the Y for the anagram of your, but then where does the I go? And set out to claim payment. Oh, fiery type is a dragon. Okay. Set out. Oh, set is anagrammed. Yes, so EST is set that has been put out or anagrammed, which claims the fee. All right, so it is ending in an O. That's interesting. So I wonder if the drawer is some Italian artist that's at the end. but closed in a twinkling. Oh, could it be just the letter that closes? Twinkling, a drawer. No, I'm not getting that one. Have I looked at everything now? Yes. So I think I'm going to, at this point, check, starting with top of the pops. It is correct. So I'll have to look at 15 squared to understand that. Man bursts, regularly man bursts on to peak. Nope. All right, so then what other ones? I'm confident about predict. I'm fairly confident about paywall, but let's go ahead and check it. It is right. And now this was very dicey, but let's try it. Ah, so it is something eyed, all right. Drunk on power. Oh, drunk is pie-eyed. Oops, I went the wrong way. Ooh, I'm now thinking of a hippo for that animal or creature. Drunk is pie-eyed. On power is P, that is IE, and like potato, some potatoes have eyes, some do not. So then this must be hippo. Well, it's obviously not smaller than a whippoorwill. Well, let's go ahead and check it. It is correct. So again, we'll have to look at 15 squared. Let me start making notes of the ones I want to check. All right. I'm very sure of laissez-faire. So let's try omnishambles. It is correct. So there was that vague memory at the back of my head. And so I don't think there's any others that I need to check. I just need to solve them. I am going to take a break here and come back after lunch and see if I can finish this and then check 15 squared. All right, I had a lovely lunch and ready to look at some of these again. I did look at a few before I resumed recording. And so looking at this one, after training, I belong. It occurred to me it could be an anagram of I belong with training or after training, indicating that. And if something is base, it might be ignoble. So that B should be helpful. The other one, I looked up types of bread, and there's an Indian bread. I only know naan, but there's chapati. So man is chap. Didn't quite swallow is 8, but without its last letter. And then 1 is I. And so a piece of bread is chapati. Ooh, so that gives us a C there. Some honors that won't give you the pip. I'm trying to think. I think pip can also be an ace. Am I right in saying that? In people who play cards, I may have made that up. Give you the pip. Won't give you the pip. There's also, of course, on the radio, and they have the top of the hour on the BBC, they have the pips are, of course, in the old telephone boxes. It's been many years since I went into a phone box and put in a coin. But don't you start to hear pips when you're running out of time? And so it might be something. like free calls or something. But then honors, what are the some honors? Could be results in exams or getting a certain kind of degree, first class honors. No, I'm not getting that. All right, let's look at 20. So after clearing out rubbish, order transport in regular form. Of course, that O may not be right. Let me pause, have my coffee, and I'll think about particularly what letters could come. Well, I suppose between the B and the S, and E is probably the most likely. I was thinking it could be a bus, as in order, excuse me, transport, omnibus, but then that would be N something F. I don't think that's right. Trousers, perhaps not wanted. I think it's going to be some slang term for clothes. Maybe one I'm not familiar with. Nearly a color match now. There can't be too many 5-letter words. Well, actually, there are a lot. I don't know why I said that. Having played Wordle, knowing there's a lot of words that could be. I mean, match could be alike, but I don't see how that would be nearly a color. A like, how is like color? No. Let's see. The most intense part of section 8. No, I think because I've taken so long. Let me, for this one, try putting in fixed star and see if that is right. Check this. It is right. So that's just a skylight from hole stared out. No, going to have to explain that one. But now, why Italian Duke sat up? So maybe sat up is the definition, but it might be a funny meaning of sat up. Perched. Perched could be being sat up, you're perched. And could per be why? But I don't know why the Italian Duke would be Ched. Italian. Oh, Duke, of course, can be D. Oh, maybe it's Y in Italian. Is that because it's pourquoi in French? Could it be parquet? I have a feeling it might be. Let's check it. It is. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's why. Yeah, all right. So now, so just like the other drunk was pie-eyed, yes, so I think this is smashed. I think a little soup might just simply, excuse me, be the S, and then mashed like some potatoes. All right, happy with that. Ooh, now our closed in a twinkling, a drawer for small fruit. Yeah, it definitely looks like an Italian painter, but I presume it's maybe you put something else in there and you get some small fruit I'm not familiar with. I'm going to reveal this one. Ah, yes, I think I have heard of this, a small tomato. And of course, tomato is a fruit. Closed, closed in a twinkling. I don't know, I'm going to have to rely on 15 squared to explain that one to me. Oh, let's try now. We have an M here. Taking pains. Oh, the way my mind works, the subconscious is wonderful. I thought of masochism, taking pains to enjoy oneself. Oh, that is a great definition. So now at great speed, covering in this way, first of several. Where's the great speed in the, oh, Mach is the great speed. And it covers in this way, or so. Yes. And then we have first is I. Oh, actually, I'm not sure where the I comes from. Oh, Mach 1, I think, is the great speed, yes. And then first of several, and the M for miles. So now, sorry, I didn't mean to. There we go. I think this might be cast off. If the actors leave the stage, then they are cast off. Although I'm not sure I fully get the trousers perhaps not wanted. So let's check that one. It is right, but can't pretend I understand it. So that O is correct. Transport in regular form, is it? Is that the definition? After clearing out rubbish. Order. Is it an anagram of something I'm just not seeing? No, I'm going to reveal this one. A rhombus. Oh, so that's a regular form. One of the basic shapes, I suppose. After clearing out rubbish. Oh, order is OM. Oh, you clear out rubbish and you're just left with R and H. Order of merit and bus. Very good. All right. I'm going to pause, sip my coffee, and think about this one. Oh, it's so obvious when you know it. It's agree, so if two things agree, they match. And it's A followed by nearly the full color. So yeah, that's tricky because it's nearly a color. So the A is there, but then color isn't finished. All right, so that's 3 of the quarters done. Let me think. I do think. I wonder if it's face cards. Because the other cards have pips on them. I did say that an ace I thought was like 1 pip, but maybe then they're all pips. Let's check that one. It is right. But why honors? I know if you say in card games like who has the honors, who's going first, but I'm not sure I fully, that may just be, yeah, well, we'll see what 15 squared has to say about it. Now, element 1 strengthening, teeth, oddly easy to replace lack. Likewise. Likewise can be ditto or do. Strengthening teeth. No, I'm going to reveal that one. Cesium, okay, so that is an element. One, strengthening teeth. Oddly easy. Well, we have the odd letters of easy. But yeah, I do not get that. In Paradise Lost, say, I think that is an epic poem. Pressure on pear, oddly missing a piece of fruit. No, I'm going to reveal that one. Epicarp. I'm going to have to Google that. Hold on a moment. Well, epicarp is actually a scientific term for part of the structure of a fruit. So when it says a piece of fruit, it's not talking about a specific one. But I think the epicarp, also known as the exocarp, is the outermost layer, which we might call the rind or the peel. So epic is an example of a an epic. I'm sorry, yeah, Paradise Lost is an example of an epic. Pressure is that last P on pair with the odd letters missing, so the even A and R. Okay. So now 22 must be depth. But let's check it. It is correct. Section 8 as department, and H is the 8th letter. So instead of numbering them, they might use letters and call it department H. All right, let's check everything. All the other letters seem to be correct. So let me pause and pull up 15 squared. All right, let's see what they have to say. The blog today is written by Peter O. Very enjoyable. Imogen in a benign mood. Oh boy, I'd hate to see her in a bad mood. Although Southwest was last. There's a lot. So it's a charade of peak O plus oft regularly. Man plus pops is bursts. Wow, that is because the regularly comes first, then man bursts on. Yeah, that is very, very tricky. I got asterisks, finally got pie-eyed. So little soup is just the S plus smashed. So this blogger is using charade. I don't remember seeing other bloggers use that word, but I understand it from playing charades where you work out each individual part, you act them out in some way. So that was me and end. 2. Okay. I don't know why this blogger is using some very weird quotes. Oh, maybe they're from Paradise Lost, and so trying to keep in with that theme, but I find it a little distracting. So 2, a charade of 2, which is closed. T quad she and clap the window. So why do we have this? I'm very confused. Are you? Plus Matillo, an envelope of, oh, a till is a drawer in a moment. Closed in a twinkle. So maybe that's some well-known quote, but that's new to me. Pip is the number symbol on cards in a pack which have numbers. That is not the face cards. Yeah, but that doesn't explain the honors part. Ireland, of course, I finally got. A double not quite definition. Okay. A cast off is an article of clothing not wanted. Ah. Oh, okay, I do now. I was thinking of taking off the clothes, but cast offs, that makes more sense now. I did get the Epicarp. I belong. Omni Shambles. Titrate I got. Ah, yeah, Perché is why in Italian. All right, fixed star. So hole. Oh, if you're in a hole, you're in a fix. Boy, that is very tricky. Oh, and then just an anagram of stared. I think because star was there very obviously, I suppose I didn't really think about it being anagrammed. Oh, a hidden answer, of course. So it's smaller than whippoorwill because it's only part of it. Oh boy, how did I not see that? I did get platter minus latte plus edict. Proud of myself for that. So this one I didn't quite get, paywall, but the envelope of AY plus W wrapped at first in Paul, a cloak of obscurity. But I don't get why AY means always. Is that a well-known abbreviation of always? God laissez-faire. Drag your feet. Masochism. Yeah, it was Mach 1. Oh, cesium, look at this. Calcium is the element strengthening teeth, but ES, wow, replaces LC because you have to take the odd letters of easy and put them in place of the ones from lack. Wow. That is jumping through hoops. Chap 8, didn't quite, yeah. Yes, I like the Arsenal one. Got the rhombus. Yes, so, boy, that was, yeah, so maybe face cards are honors cards. Yeah, that was very tricky. Yeah. All right. Well, that was a very tricky one for Friday. If you've made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you for watching and have a great day.